Right on, X Thieves with Singapore Song. This is off their new album, which is available for SoundCloud, available on Bandcamp. Pardon me. I'm pretty sure it's name your price. And I went over the email a couple times, and I'm pretty sure that the guitarist for this band that runs X Thieves is the same guy that did Disappear a few years ago, but he took a little bit of a hiatus.
All right.
So yeah, he had a bunch of stuff going on. So he took a hiatus, and then it came back, and now I believe it's X Thieves he's connected to. So I think that's his project as well. But before he did have Disappear, which is really badass, and I did interview him, and he was from Lisbon, Portugal.
Yeah, nice. Really?
So, yep. So
that's very cool. That's very cool. And I love that. It was kind of industrial, but it kind of had a sort of, almost like a post-punk thing in the weird post-punk way.
It's always the harmonies and stuff he does with his guitar that kind of makes it stand out, because it's rough, it's gritty, but it's not your usual kind of, we'll call it grungy or kind of garage band recorded song. The way he does it just really always stands out, and that's what I've always loved about him was the guitar style alone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool. It's really, it's kind of entrancing, isn't it? It kind of catches you in. The other thing was as well, when it first started, I remember hearing this when I was sort of pre-listening to the show. I was like, this is a real 80s vibe, right? This is, that big snare and stuff. It's got this real 80s electronica vibe. And then it goes really dark and really synthy. And then that guitar, like you say, and everything is just, it's a wall of sound now. I really, really like that.
Like season 8 of Archer, it got dark really quick.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's not a knock. That's definitely a props up to X Thieves.
100%.
But man, it's funny. Just another little sidetrack here. Like, whoa, can't believe that's happening. But, right, so the week I've been doing stuff around the house and listening to music and just trying to doing rhyme stuff that I haven't had the time to do in a while. And a lot of times in the background, I'll either put on music or I'll put on, since on Netflix, I'll put on, let's say, like old seasons of Trailer Park Boys. And I was looking at one where Mr. Leahy wants to take each one of them down one by one. And because you know how DVS, Ricky calls him DVD.
Yeah. Right?
And Leahy's home when he's telling Randy about it, there's a bottle, but the label on the bottle says DVD. I was like, that's amazing. You could never notice that before.
That's totally random. I love it.
And I swear, my neighbor across the street, Jim, it's funny his name is Jim, like his last name isn't Leahy, but he's a super nice guy, and he just Leahy essentially, but he's non-alcoholic,
Right. Yeah.
So, but it's funny, man. I just thought it's like I never noticed that before. And because I just happened to watch that episode with J Rock, where they catch him, and then later on, Ricky's like, well, I've been caught 7 or 8 times in jail, but 7 or 8 times, it's like it's no big deal, right? And then at the end, DVS goes, there's black and there's white, and I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck you are, J Rock.
I love it, man. I love it. Yeah. That was really sad. What was it? Towards the end of last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. John Dunsworth, who played Leahy, passed away. Yeah.
That was really sad.
Yeah,
man.
He was about 74, and it was just apparently just an unknown illness that, unfortunately. So.
Speaking of sad deaths, obviously Aretha Franklin.
Oh my God! When I saw this, I was like, but she's been suffering. Unfortunately, she's been suffering with pancreatic cancer for a while, though, eh?
In a few years, I think.
So yeah, exactly. I still feel bad because, man, literally, she is definitely the queen, the godmother of soul. You cannot take anything away from that woman for what she did and the tunes and stuff she put out. Yeah, she is well respected from top to bottom, and
she's got one of those voices where certain tracks, even though you don't know why, they literally make you cry, which is kind of mad. Like, not a lot of music does that to me, but. Yeah, she has one of those certain songs you hear you go and just like, I don't know why I was so upset.
Yeah. Why am I crying?
But it's almost like I'm really happy about listening to this, but it's making me cry. but genuinely, I mean, someone I can't remember what the track is. Someone posted one recently, and I found myself welling up. Obviously, because she died, someone posted one. I found myself welling up. I was like, "What is this? How do you like?" That's. I mean, it's not just soul music as in the genre. It's like music that gets into your soul.
Oh man, you know what I did when I found out? I have it. I have. I'm sure there's a couple DVDs of it, but I have the best of Ed Sullivan on DVD.
Oh yeah.
And there's one episode of the show because it's segmented in a different like time period sort of thing. Right. But there's one that comes out, and Aretha Franklin and man, Sammy Davis Jr. Being her duet partner.
No.
Oh man, that was a badass song. The whole bebop doo-wop thing for jazz, man. It was awesome. Like, oh my god, it was like such a badass music. That's amazing. And things, I grew up with that stuff because of both my parents. I mean, that's one reason why I'm well versed in music is because what my parents listened to. You know, growing up, we listened to classical. We listened to the Beatles, so a lot of British Invasion, kind of 60s, 70s rock. We listened to a lot of jazz, so Miles Davis, Charlie Parker, and obviously Aretha Franklin, so blues, B.B. King, and man, it just the list goes on and on. But I was well acclimated to the music, and that I loved it. That's why I got such a love for it because I got so much different sides of it, you know. And even when they listen to the local, the Canadian radio, CBC radio, you know, there's certain shows like, man, this stuff is amazing. What is this? Like, I have the CD right here. It's like, really? So, like, you know, grab the records, grab the CDs, and I love it. Like, I've got a couple of Miles Davis CDs I absolutely love. I mean, two favorite ones, and a lot of people give me is one is called Sketches of Spain.
Yeah.
And the other is literally called Silence. Just 2 tracks, but man, that is one badass album. But Aretha Franklin, I most remember her. I mean, I know a lot of her songs, and just again, we listened to it, her Christmas, not parodies, but her Christmas redos as well. But the song she did in Blues Brothers, Think.
Respect. Think.
Think what you do to me, you know, and the whole diner was going because he wanted to go back to the band, right?
Yeah, it's such a good film. And although Blues Brothers 2 has that incredible police car pileup, Blues Brothers 1 is still the ultimate. That is such a good film, and that track is outstanding. And the James Brown one in that.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely.
So good, such a good film. But yeah, I absolutely love Aretha Franklin. I mean, funny enough, similar. The only reason I'm into music at all, it's always because of your parents, isn't it?
For sure.
Much easier to blame them for shit. You've got to thank them as well. I mean, apparently when I was in the womb, my dad was listening to Led Zeppelin and my mum was listening to Simply Red. And the funny thing is, I think pretty much all of Stars by Simply Red without even thinking about the words. And I know, I'm a massive Led Zeppelin fan, so there's got to be something in that, I think. And that's why I was so proud when William said to me at the end of last year, "Can I learn the guitar?" I'm like, "Yes, you can."
Yeah. Yes, you can. Oh man, that's amazing. You know what?
He learned. This is a proper sidetrack now. Sorry, but he learned "Pretty Woman" this week. His guitar lesson.
You know, ironically, when I'm in early Michigan, the remake by Van Halen came on with David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
So we heard that on the way home because we were listening to the riff, which is a Michigan staple for rock radio. So
yeah, cool.
There's one more quick sidetrack I was gonna make, and you guys are lucky because I'm blanking right now on what it was, but it had something to do with the music.
But we'll come back to it.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. Not a problem because we got a lot of good more tunes to go here. So next up, speaking of great bands, and these guys are kids, and well, to us kids, so they're between 16, 18, 15. So this is a band we've played many, many times, and this is off their new album. This band called Wild Horse. The song's called Fake Gold. Dig this.